Hey guys, good morning and welcome to the newsletter for June the 18th. So, short week this week. We have, of course, holiday Juneteenth tomorrow. Today is triple witching. Yesterday we had the new Fed chair, Kevin Warsh, came in yesterday, and we had a little bit of a kind of back and forth as far as when he gave his commentary yesterday on interest rates. Of course, no change, but market quickly recovered, had a little blip down right there, quickly recovered, and then I'm recording this pre-market, and we're up about almost 50 points right now. So it looks like the trend will continue, at least for now. Resolution in the Middle East looks like it's going to happen. I think that's supposed to be announced tomorrow. Anyway, everything looks good. So we don't fight the trend. We keep riding this thing up. We had to, a couple of little blips down here, back to the 50. That's a 50 SMA right there, and right back up. We're sitting on the 20 again. Expect this to go higher. Now, there's a whole nother thing about SpaceX and all that stuff that's yet to be seen. Of course, we'll see how that goes. And there's a lot of fringe companies around that sector: Rocket Lab, Keel, Redwire, some of those kind of ancillary companies might be interesting. But for us today, I've got three stocks we need to consider right now. And the first one is within the same kind of general areas. Corning. This is an old classic. I used to trade this years ago. It's electronics, but it's becoming more of an AI kind of company with fiber and all the things that they do, right? Looking at Corning, this has come up a couple of times where we've come back down. That's the 20, that's the 50. We seem to be consolidating right here for a potential breakout, and I think we break out to the other side up here. We do have earnings out here on 7/28. And it's not confirmed yet. You see the question mark there. But it's a solid chart there, lower left, upper right. 1 year earnings growth about 31% on Corning. 3 years earnings growth about 48% on Corning. That's pretty amazing. Profit margin about 10.2 and RSI of 46.7. So that looks pretty solid all the way around. Take a look at that. Put it on your list. The next one, we're going kind of the other way here. We're going to go old school back to I want to kind of get a back off the tech stocks a little bit. Of course, we'll keep trying to find those. But if the market does, we're going to the summer doldrums or dog days of summer, that kind of stuff, and the market kind of slows down. What are some things we might look at? And one is Coca-Cola. Now, I haven't talked about this in a long time, but Coca-Cola, it looks pretty good here. And the reason it came up on a scan that I run, and we're back down to the 50. And the reason it came up is because of the World Cup right here. World Cup is here. Analyst names one beverage stock to watch. This is pretty interesting. I'll show you this very quickly. Coke appears the best position to capitalize on the event. And yeah, of course, you can read this too. If you go back to 1994 and look here, the last World Cup hosted by the United States in 1994. I read this earlier. 4 to 5 million. Let's see, where is it here? Anyway, you can go and read this. Oh, here it is. Goldman Sachs, between 5 and 6 million fans are expected, blah, 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 blah. It's already started, but they should have some tailwind because of that. Now, Coca-Cola, of course, we're just a beverage company, but this is a good one that I am planning on doing like a covered ride or maybe the wagon wheel kind of structure on it, right? It does have a dividend. Corning does as well. I forgot to mention small, 0.64. All three names today have dividends. Coca-Cola, 2.65 dividend. Now we missed that one, but I'm talking about this for for a kind of a buy and hold type scenario, not necessarily a trade, but 2.6% dividend, and it's been a long history of increasing dividends, right? Coca-Cola, 3 years earnings growth rate's only like 11%, 11.8, which is pretty good. It's pretty decent, but their profit margin is 27.1%. That's outstanding, right? So let me show you this on a 10-year chart. And that's a 10-year chart, and that's exactly what we want to see for 10 years. for a company, especially if we're going to do the wheel or covered calls or something like that. We sell, if we're going to do the wheel, we sell puts down here, sell calls up here, puts, calls, puts, calls, puts, calls, about as consistent as you get. And again, that's 10-year chart. So I like that. So put that on your radar. That's a good looking chart. And again, we're getting a little bit of pullback here to the 50. That's very nice. Um, the third one is Mueller Industries. It used to be called Mueller Brass. I have a friend whose father's a big wheel there, but anyway, as they say. But Mueller Brass, we've got a. It looks like we're about to break out here. We've got a kind of a topping pattern to, in my opinion, it looks like we're going to break out here. Um, so Mueller Brass, they do aluminum, brass, of course, or Mueller Industries, copper, brass, aluminum fittings, piping, things like that for, guess what, heating and cooling industry. Guess what needs all the cooling right now is data centers, right? They also do, some oil and gas, all the, fittings and all that kind of stuff there. Very, very, very important component of all that. Now, the other thing too, check this out, it's 2-for-1 split coming up on July 1st. Now, I don't know if that'll make a huge difference, but it's always nice to have a split, right? 3 years earnings growth rate. It's kind of like a Coca-Cola kind of stock. It's about 7.3. Not outstanding. I think that will accelerate going forward with all the exposure to not only data centers but oil and gas industry infrastructure. That's what we're keep talking about, infrastructure, right? Profit margin 18.3%, pretty amazing. And the RSI is about 73.7. So I've got my data over here on the other monitor. Mueller also has a dividend. We missed it this month, but again, this is a concept of something that we may do the wheel strategy or a covered right or a collar. Collar would work nice on any of these. Yields about 1%. All these are nice growing stocks that pay dividends, and growing dividends, and that's what you want, increasing dividends. So those are the three names that I've got for us today, and take a look at those. Let me know what you think. I'm in the options income mastery every day. I'm in the main room 3 times a week now, so let me know what you think. So thanks for the time, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you at the next update next week. Thanks. Take care.